Hello everyone, welcome back to Moneyball. Right, we just had one disappointing result against Peterborough away. We drew 3-3, we're terrible defensively, but something happened. Now, Jimmy Dunn, we got some offers for Jimmy Dunn. Initially, Bournemouth activated his release clause for 2 million, which is okay, whatever, can't do much about it. But it must be a release clause that's specific to English teams, because Celtic came in and offered him, they came in and offered way more than his release clause, and it wasn't automatically accepted, so it must be an English thing. And then Stuttgart came in and offered 5 million all up front. So for a centre-back that's our backup, to get 5 million up front, I really hope he goes to Stuttgart. Because that'd be 5 million up front and 7 grand off the wage bill. We've just finally got a couple of players to get this back to zero. It would just be unbelievable for us. We've just let Daniel Bentley go for 1.2 million because I thought he's a bang average backup keeper anyway. Let's try and get another one in for a lot less wages and try and reinvest the money to the first team on the pitch. So a massive game here today against Reading. And it's hard to know what the best team is at this point, but I think what we've got here is the best team. So we're going to go with Jedster in goal, Barkhuizen, Marvin, Frankie Kent, Remy Vita at the back, Zach, Ledson, Burkott, Horgan in the middle, and then Admiral and Josh Coyote up front. I've accepted an offer for Kake. Now that's 5 grand off the wage bill if he leaves, so it's just a no-brainer really. If he goes and so does Dunn, that's what, 12 grand a week in wages plus potentially 5 million. Which we won't get all of it, not even close, but we might have enough to get 2 players, 2 proper first-team players, so see. And yeah, the transfer window is not over. For some reason, I don't know whether I read it wrong in the last episode or if they've changed the fixtures around. I think they changed it around because of this. But yeah, this game's now in January, so we're going to do these 2 games this side of the transfer window. And then in the next episode, we'll probably come back, I don't know, maybe Blackpool and West Brom, and we'll go through all our transfers in that episode there. We've got Liverpool in the FA Cup, we'll rotate the players around for that as well. Let's get into the game then. This is a big episode. Assistant manager says, go out there and impress me. Away from him against the best team in the league, this is a really, really big game. They're not even that good. If you look at the players, playing a Czech Batista as well. Oh, come on, lads. Cody's picked up a knock. It's a free kick to Barnsley. Come on. Bradley Dack to Vita. Play across Barkhuizen. In you go. In you go, Barkey. Go on. Go on, Barkey. You'll put it in there. It's back to Marvin, to Ryan Ledson, to Horgan. Oh, it's close. Marvin gets it. Ledson, come on. Revita. Horgan. Ledson, Vita, come on, in the box. Horgan, play across. Got it, yes! Come on! 1-0 to Barnsley. Come on, boys. We just overloaded this side here. I thought we'd have a chance because we had so many players here. Like, what is he doing, by the way? Just stepping out and pressing absolutely nobody. Maybe he thought they were going to win the ball. And terrible goalkeeping and a tapping for Coyote to make it 1-2 Barnsley. Corner for Reading, no. Oh, keeper saves it. Come on, counter-attack. Right-hand side. Right-hand side, Jed. Come on. Oh, Jedwood, what are you doing? Frankie Kent has it. Plays it to Remy Vita, to Horgan. Oh, he's giving it away. See, Jed, if you'd listened to me, we'd be all right, and now we conceded. I'm going to play Brad Potts. I'm going to take Ryan Ledson off. And the reason is, Brad Potts, his win percentage is still really high. It's higher than Bradley Dax now. And I actually do like him in the middle. So we're going to go Brad Potts in there. He can play some more defensive one. Reading with the free kicks, headed away. Cody doesn't get to this first. Spins his players. Red card referee. Yes, it's a red card for Reading. Instant highlight, Marvin plays it to Dak to Cornick, to Admiral, to Bradley Dack, to Potts, to Coyote. Oh, why are you shooting from there, Josh? Highlight continues. We get the ball. Marvin, what are you doing, mate? Calm yourself down, lads. Just calm down. Down to 10 men, lads. Come on. We press the ball, they go long. Marvin gets it again. Just calm down, Marvin. No need to get rid of this. Frankie Kent has it. I did that. That's better. Patient build-up. Josh Coyote plays a deep line roll, and Admiral scores to make it 2 in the Barnsley. Come on, boys. Let's take off Josh Coyote because he's quite tired and thrown. I think Milik Wilkes, because he's not played much recently and we might need him in the run-in because I can't sell him. And I'm not really sure who else to play out of him and Jerry Yates. Brad Potts, oh, is it the par and it's going to be offside. Free kick right on the edge of the area. Is it right footer? It is. This is a goal. 2-1 to Barnsley. Oh, it's not. Oh, there's a late highlight here for Reading. They go along. We get it back to Harry Cornick, to Bradley Dack, to Admiral, to Wilkes, play it across goal, Wilkes, Cornick, Admiral. What has happened there? Another highlight. There's a minute left. No, not 10-man Reading. Wilkes. Admiral, come on. Wilkes is in, surely. Surely Wilkes. No. And there it is. 2-1 victory for Barnsley. Come on, boys. Well, that was a good win for us. This is taking a lot out of me this season. we've taken a big risk in the transfer window. I could have just kept the squad as it was, and we'd have enough like strength and depth to survive. But I felt like we were just starting to fade away. And 4 points clear of 2 teams, though, 2 good teams. I thought they'd fall away quicker, Reading, to be honest. When I'll see you in 4 days for the QPR game, 4 points clear. I've got to bring you back here just to say what an absolute shithouse Jimmy Dunn is. Jimmy Dunn went to Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth paid us £2 million for him. He could have gone to Celtic for 3.8 going up to 5, or should have gone for 5 up front. But no, he goes to fucking Bournemouth, and we get £2 million for him. Jimmy Dunn, I hope you enjoy getting relegated with Bournemouth this year. Yeah, I hope you enjoy that. In the Championship next year, we'll be in the Premier League. You won't. Okay, big game against QPR. Last game before we know who we're going to get in the January transfer window. Got a couple of offers out. Now, went back through to the save from the first season, looked at the goalkeepers. Now, Gavin Bazin, whose record wasn't too bad in League One, he only conceded just over a goal a game, 15 clean sheets, and a few of his other stats we looked at were quite good. Conceded per 90, a couple of other stuff as well. But the other one was Matt Clark. So Matt Clark was on loan at West Brom last year. Now, West Brom we didn't really look at because they finished like low mid-table in the Championship. I looked at his stats and compared them to the Championship stats that we look at, and he was ahead on quite a few of them. He was low on, I think, aerial challenges per game, but his headers won ratio was quite high. It was like 5-6% above. I think it was he was on like 86, and we were looking for 80, 81, so it was something like that. But yeah, he scored high. There was only 1 or 2 categories that he was actually below. So he's transfer listed, and I thought as a backup centre back, he probably fits the bit about right for us. He just seems like he's right. He's left-footed. I don't like that, but will become our like 3rd centre back, right? That we'll have. So he's going on exactly the same wages as Jimmy Dunn, but he's obviously not going to cost us any money. It's another free transfer that we're going to bring in. So yeah, and obviously Gavin, I forgot to mention, on loan. We're not going to pay any of his wages whatsoever. Now that's really important for us. So we basically got rid of Daniel Bentley, who was on £7,000 a week. We sell him for $1 million and bring in his replacement for nothing. So that's the kind of stuff we're doing. Because we did buy a lot of players for like 48 months, so that's why we're losing a bit of money per month at the moment, but not too much, like 2.8 million, that's nothing. If we get promoted, it's absolutely nothing. Right, so anyway, today's game. Brad Potts goes in, CDM. I've decided that's going to be the way to go. And let's have a quick look at him, actually. Import view, CDM squad page, let's have a look at this. Brad Potts, if I compare him to his 2 counterparts there, so interceptions per 90, he's actually ahead of Ledson. Tackles per game, he's ahead of Herbie Kane. So he's ahead of either of them on different ones. Tackle ratio is ahead, yeah, just said that. Chances per game, he is actually lower, which is weird. Pass completion is about the same. Key passes per game is actually lower. Click-out chances is about the same. Headers won ratio is about the same. Dribbles per 90 is higher. All in all, even defensively, he's about the same as them, right? So there's no point. I cannot decide between him and Dak. They're both brilliant, and he's almost as good defensively, if not better than each of these two. It's a no-brainer, right? Admiral's unhappy because he wants a new contract, and I said I'd give it to him, and I haven't. I just want to wait to the end of the transfer window so I know what we've got. I don't want to waste £4,000 out the wages when I could have bought somebody. Do you know what I mean? So what's the point? Admiral, just play unhappy and please help us win just this next game, and you'll be fine after that. Trust me. Okay, today's game then, it's going to be Judas and God, Barkus and Marvin, Frankie Kent, Remy Vito at the back, Dak, Potts, Burkott, Horgan in the middle, and Admiral and Josh Coyote up front. What an important game this could be, because it's a home game. We should win if we can, and they both drop points, Norwich and Reading. Game changer. I didn't even see what the assistant manager said, to be honest with you. I don't care. We're fine. Let's go, boys. What we got? I like here. Marvin gets the ball, plays back to Jed Stu. Pings it clear to the centre-backs. They're going to get that with ease. They straight into Amos. Oh, they break through. We're not even there. And what a finish. 1-0 to QPR. Half-time, 1-0 down. Not a single highlight for us. I must say, I want to see a much better display in the second half. Highlight here. Remy Vito throws it into Horgan. Horgan back to Remy Vito. Come on, boys. Remy Vito on the left-hand side whips in a cross back post. Nishan Burkott doesn't get to it. Barkus and Will shoots. And no, never in a month of Sundays, mate. Going to bring on Jerry Yates, right striker, and going to bring on Harry Cornick on the left, who skipped the day training apparently. So big time Charlie on the left wing now. Corner for them, whipped in. Oh, it's at the bar. It's actually in here. He's got all the way through from this clearance. Potts, go on. Oh, that was going to be a penalty. Absolutely nothing's happening for us in this game. Coyote and Yates up front already. That's fine. Pause that a second. Let's have a look here. Let's get Mark Bollas. We get a fresh overlapping player as well in the team as they're about to go through on goal here, QPR. It's a highlight. Reading are 3-0 up. This is not good. To lose at home, gift 3 points straight back to them, for fuck's sake. Come on, boys. Bowler into Cornick. Come on. Cornick, far post. He's going to cross it. No, Bowler gets it. Whip it in, Bowler. Go on. Potts. Bradley Dack. No, it's going to be a counter. I don't believe it. All I hear, Marvin plays it long. It's going to go all the way through to Jed Steer. He's going to collect it. Gives to Frankie Kent. Frankie Kent dribbles it to the inside, plays it to Potts. Places absolutely nobody, gives the ball away. Better win this now, Frankie Kent. Yeah, gets it back second time. Frank Bowler. Or Mark Bowler. To Cornick, to Potts, to Bowler. Whip it in. Burkhart, you've just so hot and cold. It's ridiculous. Frankie Kent gets to it. Release it quickly. Cornick plays it through to Josh Coyote. Oh, who's missed it? Luckily, Norwich lost, I think, away from home to somebody, but I'm going to say disappointed. That's annoying because we had to win that game. It was a game where we were on good form at home against a team that we could beat. And that's a defeat. Liverpool will be a bad defeat. And all of a sudden, that's back-to-back defeats and a lot of players out of form. Off camera, I'm going to actually have a little deep dive on who to bring in because I actually do like the idea of... I thought it was actually a really good shout to get our little centre-back here in Matt Clark, but he's left-footed and that might mess up the tactic a little bit. It just means we play out differently. It just means that, potentially half the time when we play out, if it goes to the left, now the attacks go to the left rather than the right foot cutting on the right and playing on the right hand side. I don't know the effect that could have. It could be quite big. And we're in a delicate state right now. We're not as secure. We're definitely going to be in promotion race, right? We could easily drop into the playoffs. So I'm going to have a deep dive. I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to get up tomorrow and have a deep dive on the stats of the players. See if there is anybody else that we could get in. Yeah, I don't know. What have we got in wages? So we're going to get a goalkeeper and a centre-back in for nothing and only spend $7,500 a week on wages. So we've still got money to bring in one more player, especially if they're on the transfer list. Because on the transfer list, there's a really good chance we can just offer them 50% of the next sale and they'll take it, whoever it is. So it might be a case of I go through some of these players. Like Tyler Roberts, I know is a good player, but what was his stats like last year? Played in the Premier League. So it could be that we look at his stats in the Premier League and rather than factor in if they play a lower level, factor it in maybe if he's scoring slightly lower on stats that we can factor in the fact he played at a higher level. Could be. But I'll go and look at his stats in depth. We can't really see too much here anyway. I'll have to go back to the previous save file to have a look at that. But wages, might be able to get him on 14, maybe 12. Terry NG, transfer listed. We need a right back still. I mean, Tom Barkusen, I do actually really like, but he's on $9,000 a week. I could probably sell him for $500,000. Maybe get 2 players. Right back. We definitely need one more because if he gets injured, we've got nobody. Kake's leaving. That's another $5,000 back in. I keep forgetting about that, so that's also good. And if we can get Perry NG for $5,000 a week and on a free transfer, that could be something good. I don't want to do it now because it'll make me negotiate with him straight away. A lot of opportunity. I know Ryan Bennett was on our list, but he's 32. A lot of wages again there as well, you see. It's the only problem. That's why Marcus Bettinelli, he hasn't played anyway, but the other problem is that he wants too much wages. I know some of these players are good, but if they've not played and they're not fitting into our stats, then it doesn't matter. He played League One at Rotherham, so I'll go back and look at him for sure. That's a definite one. Yeah, I'll go through and have a look anyway at all of these players and see what we come back with. Hopefully there is a player in there somewhere that's gonna save us. But yeah, that's going to be the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. We're going to be in a very close promotion race. And I think it's a promotion race, not necessarily a title race. And yeah, at the moment, we're currently 4 points clear. But there's also another team there. West Brom are only a point behind them. So it's going to be really, really close. We play West Brom pretty soon. Yeah, so Blackpool West Brom, the next episode will be another really important one. And we'll see where we're at. But that's going to do the episode. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you then when we can discuss all the things in detail. And hopefully, we're on the road to the Premier League. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.